what have happened yesterday at Oscar? Is that really true? Did Will Smith smack Chris Rock on the face on national TV yesterday? That was crazy. That was really crazy. It was one of the most awkward moments that happened in the history of Oscar. Oh my God. I mean, people didn't even know what to do. Some of them were still laughing, some of them were clapping because they thought that this is part of the show. It is staged performance, it is part of the show that will make us laugh, including me. I thought it is staged performance until I heard that LAPD, the police department of Los Angeles, released a statement. I was like, what? There is something here. And you can tell there is a huge thing here. Well, let me tell you the backdrop story. If you did not attend yesterday's Oscar, let me tell you what happened. So, Will Smith, this legendary actor, attended Oscar yesterday, and his wife Jada accompanied him. His wife is not an actress, and she was there sitting across from him, not next to him, not next to him, but across from him. And I will tell you why by the end of the video, why I am highlighting this part. But anyway, so Jada is not an actress, but she comes on interviews a lot about her relationship with Will. And a year ago, she told us that she has an immunity disease disorder that makes her lose her hair. So she's losing her hair, and we saw her in different interviews. Her hair is becoming shorter and shorter until yesterday I saw her completely bald, and she decided to come. She didn't cover it with a wig or a hat or anything, and I really commend her for that. So she's open about it. She's brave enough to come and tell the world about her illness. So that's one side of the story. Then Chris Rock is this comedian who was paid by Oscar to come and give some jokes. I mean, to lighten up the stage. I mean, this is part of the Oscar's performance to make us laugh. So he was doing his job and he was coming up with some jokes. And then when he came to Jada, he told her, Jada, I love you. I wait to see the number two, G.I. Jane 2. What he was alluded to here is G.I. Jane is a movie. It is a 1997 movie played by Demi Moore about this fearful lady who decided to join the U.S. Navy. At that time, women were not allowed to join this department of the Navy, but she, as a fearful, strong-willed woman, decided to join, and she was tough. She went through strong training, and eventually she shaved her hair as a sign of do not judge me by my looks, judge me by my strong will and my strength and so on. So it's a nice movie by Demi Moore. And what was Chris Rock alluding to here yesterday is that because both of them are bold, so Jada will play the role of G.I. Jane 2, the sequel. Well, so at the beginning, everybody was laughing, including Will Smith, and you can see that he cracked at the joke. And then this next time you see him, he was walking across the stage, went towards Chris Rock, and he smacked him on the face in this theatrical way, like, come, it's very theatrical. And that's why a lot of people thought, including me, that it was just part of the show, or it's something staged between them. But then Will Smith went back, sat on his chair, and he told Chris Rock, leave my wife out of your mouth. And he used the F word. He said it twice. Chris Rock, he was like, what? And you can tell on his face, he was like taken aback, but he handled it professionally. He continued with what he's paid to do, and he continued with his job, and everything happened. I mean, normally as it was supposed to happen. And then the moment came when Will Smith was handed the Best Actor award. He came to the microphone to say his speech, and he said that King Richard was a fierce defendant of his family, and I'm here to defend my family. And he gave this speech, and then he started to cry, and people were clapping. And there was something here that was out of whack. There is something wrong here, and I can tell. As a life coach, I can tell that the dynamic in this relationship is not going well. First, uh, there was something tense in the relationship between Will and Jada, and we can tell. And also, what happened with Chris Rock was out of proportion. It was completely unjustified. Well, I understand that the joke might be a little hurtful because it speaks about the illness of someone, and I understand that it can be a little inappropriate, but that's part of the comedy stand-up shows. I mean, look at the correspondence dinner that happens in the White House every year. The president brings a comedian to make fun of him and of his office and of the people in the Congress. I mean, this is part of the American culture. When you go to attend a regular performance in any of these stand-up comedians, you might be the butt of the joke. You might be one of them. I mean, it's part of your maturity as an adult to swallow some of these jokes. I understand it's hurtful. I understand it might be a little inappropriate, but not to the extent that an adult assaults another adult in front of the national TV on a very big event like Oscar when the whole world is looking at what's happening. So this is completely out of line. It would have been more appreciated if Will Smith walked across the stage, went to Chris Rock, took the microphone from him, and said something about making joke of an illness. I think if he did that, he would have won the hearts of everyone. We would have felt for him and his wife. But now most people are feeling for Chris Rock because he was humiliated for doing the job he was paid to do. So, as a life coach, when I look at this, I feel that the relationship between Will Smith and Jada, there was something wrong here because they were not sitting next to each other. They were sitting across from each other. And you can see that this physical distance between them marks a huge distance between them in the relationship. And when she looked at him, probably Will Smith felt that he has to do something to prove something to her. So it's not about the joke, it's about, hey, I'm proving something for you, I will defend you, or he's defending something in front of her. So that's why he went out of line. And so you can tell now, you can read that he was trying to justify that Chris Rock, this is not the first time for Chris Rock to mention him and his wife. But again, you are an adult, Will Smith. You are a figure and we look up at you. I am a big fan, but what happened yesterday is completely out of line. We are adults. I mean, you cannot walk across the room and smack someone or slap someone because they said something that you do not like. If you cannot swallow a joke, then there's something wrong here. I mean, we, the regular people, we are not like Hollywood stars or anything, but we swallow a lot of bad stuff that are heard, that we hear people say about us, and we just swallow it. It's part of maturity. And you can use your words. That's what we tell our kindergartners. Use your words, not your hands. So this is an act of assault. It's never okay. It's never okay to do that. And now people are blaming you, Will Smith. You lost a lot by this action. And let me tell you, as a life coach here, there is something in Will Smith. There is a turmoil inside him. And that's what happens when you go through tough times and you do not talk to a professional. Because we humans go through tough times, but we need a professional to help us navigate through our feelings and come to the other side feeling better and more in control. Otherwise, these feelings will come out completely untamed, completely unexpected, and they will make us lose a lot. It will take ages to make up for what you have done yesterday, to justify yourself and justify your position and try to gain your fans again. People now feel for Chris Rock for being humiliated. This is not right, and it's not justifiable. So why do you tell kindergartners not to hit each other? So again, as a life coach, I'm telling you, if you are going through a tough time, don't let it don't slip it under the carpet because it will come out in a completely unexpected way. Just discuss your feelings with someone professional. Go to a life coach, go to a therapist, someone who can help you so you can become better and in control of your feelings, in control of your situation. I do not tell you to deny your sadness or your feelings, but you have to know how to manage them in a way that will make you win, not to lose. So, anyways, that was my 2 cents as a life coach. I feel for you, Chris, and I feel for you, Will, and I feel for you, Jada. I know. But the situation was out of hand because you needed to speak to someone who can help you with your relationship and can help you to deal with your feelings. That was my 2 cents. I'm Rania Sultan.